Hey guys, Man Shrimp here. Today we're going to be looking at the new gameplay trailer for Apex Legends Season 4. It just dropped today. I'm going to do a little bit of a deep dive. I did a reaction of the actual live event as it was happening, but now I want to look a little more into it, show you things maybe you missed, maybe you didn't pick up the first time you watched it. And there's like a lot of stuff, new content coming in, so let's just get right into it and let's see what we can find in this new trailer. So right here, I actually want to point out, if you look in the very back in the thing, you see a chest that's a little bit bluer than the other ones. And here's another shot where it might be a level 2 loot box, which will give you more rare or possibly better loot than just a regular loot box. Here we see Capital City, and then we're going to see a little bit of change, but here's where I want to show you something. So this pit is going to be right in the middle of Capital City, and it's going to effectively split the city into two different points of interests. But the thing is, you will take damage, but you won't die if you fall in. And the only way to get up is to either use someone's ultimate, like Octane or Pathfinder, or you'll float up like a feather out of it while taking damage. But the thing is, you will be very susceptible to taking damage from other people and getting shot while you are floating up. So it is a risk to actually fall in, but you will be able to get out. So this is actually pretty cool. This is a weapons rack. They just introduced it into a new area of the map called Surveyor Camp, which I can talk about later. But essentially, it just means you will eventually find guaranteed weapons in this area. If you find a weapons rack, there will be another. Those probably still be other loot bins and everything, but you will still have a chance to find a guaranteed weapon with this weapons rack, which I think is really good and something really fun for the game. And by the way, I checked. I did think that was the Volt or possibly the car in the middle there, but it appears that it is just a Hemlock with a default skin. So that's something I thought it would be, but it's just a Hemlock. So that's just something to remember. So this is going to be a new map area. This is the World Harvester from Hammond Robotics. It is going to be located, I believe, between Fuel Depot and Sorting Factory. It's going to be a huge new part of the map. It's going to be obviously a point of interest, and I think we're going to get a lot of gameplay in this area from now on. So over on the left, you can see lava pit a little bit, so you can give you a good estimation of where the harvester is actually going to be at. Like I said, it's going to be between Sorting Factory and Fuel Depot, somewhere along those lines. Here you can just see a couple new skins of the characters and what they'll do. I'm not going to talk about them too much here. Although there's one thing I do want to point out. For any of you wondering, it does say the Devil DJ with a W and a wavelength for her logo, if any of you were just interested in that small little tidbit. And here's our boy Revenant, taking out Octane, unfortunately. But it looks like we're having him drop. I'm not sure if this is a new dive trail or new emo, but it's just a Revenant. That was a flatline skin. There's nothing much really new happening here. That's a longbow, potentially, I think. And overall, this is just like skins and stuff. Here you have the Perfect Soldier, Healer, and Cyberpunk for Wattson. So one thing I did forget to mention is that this gun that Wraith is carrying in this one is a flatline skin. A lot of people assumed it was a Havoc, but it was data mined and it's believed to be a Battle Pass reward. It's going to be a flatline skin. So I just wanted to make sure that, because I forgot to mention it when I was originally recording. So here you can just see the skin a little bit closer and see that it doesn't have the normal round chamber in the middle like the Havoc has, or the light up effects. It's very covered all the way through, and it seems to be more of a flatline skin. So this is actually what I wanted to talk about, because a lot of people were expecting this could be the Volt or the car again, but the devs did confirm on Twitter this is actually just an R99 skin, a new one with looks like pay to win skin or sights. So that is it's an R99 skin, even though a lot of people thought it could be something else. So here we just see Wattson putting down her ultimate. I'm not sure why they focused on that. Maybe just show off the Gibby ult, but it could be something. And here we go with Revenant. So here we just see a clear view of Revenant's Death Totem, which I believe will be his tactical, not his ultimate. But we'll just get a better view of it right here. So here I just want to slow it down for you real quick. I just want you to watch. You notice that the teammates become shadow people, not just Revenant. And then I want you to watch Octane as he jumps on the jump pad, goes through the air. He actually teleports right there. I'm not really sure if it is an ultimate buff or it's just something else for Octane, or if I'm just misseeing that. But it is an interesting thing to see. But also, it makes sense that they turn into shadow people because we saw Revenant attack Octane, and now Octane seems to be on his team. So that can be just a little bit of lore that Revenant attacks people to get them on his team. So here we see Revenant's silence that will be able to remove enemies' abilities for a certain amount of time. You can see that being launched there. You see them in shadow form. He's doing his passive. He can wall climb. He can do all that. And yeah, and you can see a little bit of his silence right there in the middle, that little red circle right there. And right here, you can see what's most likely going to be one of his legendary finishers, or just his default finish, with his little his knife hand that he used to kill Forge. Rest in peace. So right here, this is the new point of interest I was telling you about on the map. This will have the weapons crate. This is called the Survey Camp, and yeah, it's just going to be a small little outside of between Epicenter and Skyhook, and you'll be able to go there for like loot and just it's a general new drop point for if you want. So this is the new Spitfire skin, and there's two other interesting things about it. Number one, it does look like there is a blue muzzle flash. I don't know if they're... We had hints that they were going to change muzzle flash in the game, and that could be pointing to it, or it could just be for the skin itself. But then also, it does look like it did have a different sort of fire rate than a normal Spitfire. I'm not sure if there's going to be a new hop-up associated with the Spitfire, but if there is, that would be really cool because Spitfire is one of my favorite guns. It's just hard to really use in Season 3 just because of the sniper meta. So now we have the new gun, the Sentinel. And what you can see right here is that it looks like it will be like a pull action to charge it up. We do know it has a charge mechanic. It's obviously going to fire harder the longer you hold it. Here we can actually see a little bit of a battery insignia on the bottom with the plus and minus charge. And we do know the gun has a charge mechanic of some kind, which we will obviously see later. But also, there's one other important thing is that we did see something called Piranha Arsenal, which could be lore related in the future. It could be a weapons company or someone associated with Hammond, so we could be seeing them in the future. A Mirage Iron Man and a Gibraltar Ninja Turtle skin right here, which is pretty cool, I think. Now right here, this is where I might need you guys' help. Because I feel like I'm being a little bit crazy right here. But I feel like I'm seeing 3 shots from the G7 Scout. But I can't really be sure. But if you can, I just want you guys to listen for a little bit. Tell me if you hear it too. Because I feel like I'm being a little bit crazy, but I feel like I'm hearing 3 shots. Hunter! Hunter! But I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you hear it or you just think I'm being a little bit paranoid about it. This is just a little bit of part of the new map and some gameplay and a couple of new skins that you can see. Okay, so right here, I heard some debate about if this was a new gun, but this is just the Mozambique skin. The reason it might look weird is you don't usually see Mozambiques with the digital threat, just sort of like a rare occurrence. So people thought it was a new gun of some kind, but it's just a Mozambique that does its Mozambique things. And so right here, we can actually get a good look at the new Caustic skin, but I really want to point you guys to the Revenant skin, which looks like the Goat Man, sort of like a devil, pagan, or whatever type god, like Pan. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool skin. It has the horns. It's really detailed. It's thing, and it's interesting because we're usually getting like legendary skins for new characters, which I think is pretty cool. Not every game does that, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you guys learned something that maybe you didn't. I tried to find as many things as I could, but if there's anything I missed, don't be afraid to let me know in the comment section below. I'm Manishrim. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and if you're feeling a bit froggy, go ahead and leap and hit that subscribe button. All right, peace.